Forget the roaring dinosaurs. Who were the true giants of the prehistoric era? Find out how ancient plants shaped the dinosaur world and why they were the unsung heroes of their time. Picture a world unlike anything we know today. A single, massive landmass stretches across the globe, its shores lapped by a vast, primordial ocean. This is Pangaea, the supercontinent that dominated Earth's landscape over 200 million years ago. But Pangaea was far from a uniform expanse. Its terrain was a patchwork of diverse environments, each teeming with life and possibility. Imagine yourself transported to this ancient world. As you survey the landscape, you're struck by the sheer variety before you. To the north, lush swamps sprawl as far as the eye can see, their waters dark and still beneath a canopy of strange, towering plants. Further inland, forests of colossal trees reach skyward, their branches intertwining to create a verdant ceiling that blocks out much of the sun's light. And beyond these green havens, vast deserts stretch to the horizon, their sand sculpted by relentless winds into otherworldly shapes. This was the stage upon which one of Earth's greatest dramas would unfold. But long before the first dinosaur took its tentative steps onto land, another group of organisms had already begun to transform the face of Pangaea. These were the plants, the true pioneers of terrestrial life. The story of land plants begins humbly, with simple, non-vascular species like mosses and liverworts. These early colonizers clung to moist areas near bodies of water, unable to venture far from their aquatic origins. But they were revolutionaries in their own right, developing crucial adaptations that would pave the way for more complex plant life. As eons passed, ferns emerged as the next great innovators. With their ability to produce spores and their more sophisticated vascular systems, ferns could spread further inland, colonizing new territories and creating the first true forests. These ancient fern forests were unlike anything we see today, with species reaching heights of over 30 feet, their fronds creating a dense canopy that sheltered a burgeoning ecosystem below. But the reign of the ferns was just the beginning. As the climate of Pangaea shifted and new opportunities arose, a new group of plants emerged to dominate the landscape. These were the giants that would shape the world of the dinosaurs, creating the environment in which these iconic creatures would evolve and thrive. Imagine standing at the edge of a carboniferous swamp, the air thick with humidity and the buzz of giant insects. Towering above you, reaching heights of over 100 feet, are the mighty Lepidodendron or scale trees. These bizarre plants, more closely related to modern club mosses than true trees, dominated the wetlands of Pangaea. Their thick trunks, covered in diamond-shaped leaf scars, supported a crown of grass-like leaves at the very top. As they died and fell into the swampy waters, they began the process that would, millions of years later, create the coal deposits we mine today. Venture further inland, and you'd encounter forests of Calamites, the ancient relatives of modern horsetails. These segmented plants could grow to over 30 feet tall, their hollow stems reaching skyward like giant, fluted columns. In the understory, seed ferns spread their fronds, representing an evolutionary leap forward with their ability to produce seeds rather than spores. But perhaps the most iconic plants of this era were the cycads. With their thick, armored trunks and crown of stiff, feather-like leaves, cycads looked like a cross between a palm tree and a fern. These plants were incredibly resilient, able to survive in a wide range of environments from tropical forests to arid deserts. Their tough leaves and nutritious seeds would become an important food source for many herbivorous dinosaurs. As the Triassic period dawned and the first dinosaurs began to appear, the plant world continued to evolve and diversify. Conifers, with their needle-like leaves and cone-bearing reproductive structures, began to spread across Pangaea. These adaptable trees could thrive in a variety of climates, from the humid equatorial regions to the cooler polar areas. The relationship between these ancient plants and the emerging dinosaurs was a complex dance of coevolution. As plant-eating dinosaurs developed, the plants evolved defenses, tougher leaves, thorns, and toxic compounds. In turn, the herbivores developed more specialized feeding strategies, from the long necks of sauropods that could reach high into the treetops, to the beaks of ceratopsians that could efficiently crop tough vegetation. But the influence of these prehistoric plants went far beyond providing food for dinosaurs. They shaped entire ecosystems, creating habitats that supported diverse communities of animals. The dense forests provided shelter and hunting grounds for smaller dinosaurs and early mammals. The leaf litter on the forest floor created a rich environment for insects and other invertebrates, which in turn became food for insectivorous creatures. Moreover, these plants were the engines of the ancient world's carbon cycle. Through photosynthesis, they pulled carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to regulate the planet's climate. As they died and were buried, they sequestered vast amounts of carbon, eventually forming the fossil fuel deposits we rely on today. As we stand here in the present, looking back across the vast expanse of time, it's easy to be captivated by the dramatic fossils of dinosaurs. But it's crucial to remember that these iconic creatures were just one part of a complex, interconnected ecosystem. The true giants of the prehistoric world were the plants, the silent, steadfast beings that shaped the very face of the earth. From the humble mosses that first colonized the land, to the towering scale trees and cycads that dominated the landscape of Pangaea, plants were the unsung heroes of their time. They created the oxygen-rich atmosphere that allowed animal life to flourish. They provided food and shelter for countless species. And through their endless cycles of growth and decay, they shaped the very ground upon which the drama of dinosaur evolution played out. So the next time you imagine the world of dinosaurs, look beyond the teeth and claws. Picture the vast swamps, the towering forests, the resilient desert flora. For it was in these diverse plant communities that the stage was set for one of the most fascinating chapters in Earth's history. The plants were the true giants, the architects of the prehistoric world, and their legacy continues to shape our planet to this day.